So your first year when you were drafted,
Yep.
because we're talking about mindset and stuff. So I want to kind of go back to you as a like the highest end prospect in there's Drake Barahowski and you,
Mhm.
and very arguably you could have flipped that pick easily and you could have went first overall to Kingston. So when you go to Sudbury, I want to talk as a kid that doesn't know anything, and then maybe talk about what you know now. And I could use the same thing as when you go to Chicago.
Yeah.
So as a rookie NHLer, so you get drafted to the Sudbury Wolves, second overall. And what's going through your head at that point? Because I knew what was going through my head and mine.
Well, okay. Here's the truth. I was from Georgetown, Ontario, small population.
Yeah.
I had never seen an OHL game.
You're kidding me?
No, never watched. I played AA hockey my whole life, where other kids were running off to play AAA. I stayed and played with my friends, and didn't want to leave small town. So I was bantam. Made a decision at that time. Okay, yeah, I want to do this hockey thing, like we're talking about. Okay, I want to play in the NHL. Yeah. I didn't know what that meant. I thought it'd be fun. I'm pretty good at hockey. I was also a good volleyball player, and I almost quit hockey for volleyball because they practiced on the same night. So
really?
My mom and dad were like, well, what do you want to do? You have a choice to make. Do you want to do the hockey or you want to do the volleyball? And I thought, well, there's really no professional volleyball league. I think I'll try this hockey thing. So then what I had to do, because there was only one other player at the time who had left Georgetown for the OHL. I didn't really know what the OHL was, but there was one guy that got drafted, and he was playing in Kitchener.
Who was it? Do you remember?
Steve Marcolini.
Oh, he was tough.
Great story about him, too.
Yeah, he's tough, man.
So, yeah, he's a Georgetown boy.
Yeah.
His parents owned the sports store, so I knew the family very well. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a hockey player. This is 15. So I went to the family, and I went to Steve, and I said, okay, what do I need to do? Like, how do you become a hockey player? It's kind of like if you want to know how to bake a cake, you go see the baker, right? If you want to know how to handle money, you go see the banker, whatever, right? So I went to the family, and I said, okay, what do I need to eat? How do I train? Like, what do I do? So I modeled myself after Steve Marcolini. He left Georgetown. He's playing in the O. I'm going to follow in his footsteps. So I started training. I started eating. I did the exact same workout that he was doing. I had the same diet that he was doing. Now, he had already moved on. He was in Kitchener, and then I think we went to London, I think, for a little bit or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have played against him.
So I was dealing with his brother who worked. He's a fitness guy. And so he started training me. And then I played junior B hockey in Georgetown. I went from bantam to junior B hockey, and now they call it Tier 2 Junior A. So I'm still in my hometown, still playing with my friends and having fun. And I was playing a summer hockey league, and Sam McMaster was in the stands, and I'm just on the ice doing my thing. And then Sam comes down after, found me and made me a draft pick to the OHL. It's Sudbury. All right, where's Sudbury? I have no idea. Like we talked about, I didn't know anything about it. Never seen an OHL game. The first OHL experience was in training camp, and then exhibition, and then playing. So I didn't have a vision.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, blinded.
We've never
right?
had. Think about all those conversations we had on the bus and in the dressing room, and never heard that story before.
Yeah, I was the naive kid, right? Now you can't get away with it. You can't escape it because they get picked earlier. Scouts and agents are on them earlier. Advisors are on them earlier. For me, I was just playing for the fun of it, and then training, not knowing really the scope of what I was headed into. And then it was second overall pick. All right, cool. I guess I got to get a suit. I didn't even own a suit. My mom took me to Sears. We picked a suit off the rack. Yeah. And there's your draft pick, and there you go. And then up to the burr. And then my mom cried every year that I left the house. Even when I played pro, my mom cries every year that I leave to go for training camp. And it was just la-di-da kind of thing. I didn't have that.
How did you know? Like, this is an honest answer. Yeah. because I grew up in Sudbury, and I used to go to training camps and watch the bloodbaths, just the beatdowns. Well, you remember our training camps too. There'd be 8 fights in the first 10 minutes. So if you've never been in the no, I'm not. Joe, you think it's funny?
Yeah,
Don't laugh at
they got to earn they got to earn their stripes. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So I remember. So we were just talking about Bundy earlier. So Warren Ryko was drafted the year or two before me, year before, and I think he fought because I was watching him. I go, who's this guy? Because he's not very good at fighting, but he fought about 8 times in 2 days. And then he got better at it. But how the hell did you go in there not knowing? Because I watched the fights. I knew what to expect at training camp. I knew some of the guys, and I used to go there, and I might have to be ready. How did you know to go into camp? Like when you saw that, was it like? Because for me, I was expecting it. How did you know I should
Like
fight?
the fighting and stuff like
fighting.
that. I mean, we had some in junior B.
Yeah, I guess.
But
yeah.
you know, but I was what was I 16 in junior B, and they had guys to do that job. I mean, I never, although it was expected of me as at 6'4", 210 pounds almost, you know, you have to fight, you have to do this sort of stuff. I was a playmaker, I was a point getter.
Yeah,
Like, if
well,
you
especially at that
remember,
age.
my defense partner was Sean O'Donnell,
Yeah, love Buddha.
right? Buddha.
Yeah.
So I knew, and he said to me, look, you take the puck, you go, you get the spotlight, whatever. I'm going to hold the fort back here. You do your thing. And there's a guy that had an 18-year career in the NHL.
Oh, he was great.
Oh,
What a great career.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And what is every team looking for? A stud defenseman that can just carry 30 minutes a night, right? They're all looking for it. But you know, everybody thinks the flash is where it's at. So for me, it was I just had freedom to do whatever I wanted to do offensively. Yes, every once in a while, you know, when you're not on the score sheet, okay, well, I got to get on the score sheet somehow. Okay, well, I'll just drop the gloves and throw them.
Man, you did it well.
Well, but I hated it.
Yeah.
If I took one punch, okay, it's just, I got to protect.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, you know, it wasn't my thing. But the expectation of coaches, okay, you're going to have to go do this, or if this happens, you're going to have to. It wasn't my game, and so I just let the other guys do it, like the Bundys of the world. And I mean, we had, remember Pee Wee Herman,
Yep,
right?
yep,
He
Pee-wee,
wanted, yeah,
big
that
boy.
was going to be his role. There was guys
Pee-wee,
to do
6'5".
that. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
some big boys.
Yeah.
And we always knew who it was on
Yeah.
the other side of the
Oh
ice,
my
right?
God.
You just check the stats, and okay, 250 PIMs last year. Okay, I'm going to stay away from him. And I just minded my P's and Q's, and I kind of did my thing. And then when I got drafted by Chicago, Mike Keenan was the coach.
Yeah, he's soft, eh?